What's up, everybody? OGP back with you and Batman from the AMC 16 Theaters in Burbank, California. I'm about to see a movie tonight with Mr. Master Chaos and I think a few other folks. I'm not too sure who all is going to be here, but Master Chaos should be here any moment now. But the movie is about to start, so I did not want to wait for him for the intro. But we'll definitely talk about the movie. Maybe with Batman, maybe with not. He doesn't seem to be too chatty tonight. But we'll talk about the movie when we get out of it. I think it's called Anora. I think it's about a prostitute who marries a Russian guy because he wants to stay in the United States. And then, like, kind of find out maybe he's a bad guy or something. Not really sure. I watched the trailer once, but I hadn't even heard of this movie until a couple days ago when Master Chaos mentioned it to me, see if I wanted to come. But anyways, let's get in the theater. Check out Anora. Now, well, here we've got Smile 2, which is already out, and Wolfman, January 17th. Oh, look at this. From Conclave. I wonder if, are these screen used? Costume worn by Ralph Fiennes. Oh, no way. Screen used. From Conclave. That is pretty cool. One of the perks of going to see movies in LA, worn by Isabella Rossellini. Wow, I'll be seeing that this week. That's pretty cool. Conclave.
2 hours later.
Well, here we are, out of the theater,
right there.
AMC, and as advertised earlier, yes, Master Chaos is here, but we were all kind of scrambling to get into the theater at the last minute there. But what a crazy movie!
Yeah, this is a very interesting movie. There's there's a lot of Oscar buzz for it, obviously for performance and I think probably writing. It was a modern day Pretty Woman, I guess, is what they're calling it.
Okay.
That's what it feels like anyway. Yeah,
I mean, it does have, to me, like, so definitely I understand the Pretty Woman, but there's so much of it felt like Hangover-ish, kind of like, but a Russian Hangover. Yeah. Maybe crossed with Pretty Woman, something like that.
Yeah.
What a wild ride. The comedy was great. The acting was great. I think the writing, I'm guessing most of it probably wasn't improv, and so if that's the case, I mean, I think the writing was genius.
I agree, and I think that's really what the strength of the movie is. It feels really natural. It doesn't feel like it's overly rehearsed or overly stale. It doesn't feel stale at all. I think it really comes down to a really interesting script, a really natural, flowing dialogue, and performers that can be natural with each other and just be in the moment. Yeah. There's a lot of movies like this, and I think if you see the trailer, you might think it's a drama. It is a drama, but I think the majority of it is a comedy. I mean, this movie is like laugh out loud hilarious and tons of nudity, like insane amounts. If you ever want to see Mikey Madison naked, it's in this movie. She's got you covered. The first shot of the movie, she's grinding on a dude topless. So, nudity. Great script, and great performances. Thumbs up from me already. I think it's an incredible movie.
Yeah. I had a lot of fun with it, and I think even if you want to like really kind of dive into subgenres, you can throw some action into this. I wouldn't call it an action movie, but there was quite a bit. It was maybe an adventure. Because there was so much. They were looking for this guy for a while and stuff, and it was just a wild, crazy ride. You didn't know where things were going, but just the comedy was over the top. It was amazing. Yeah. And I don't know. I enjoyed it. I'd never even heard of the movie before a couple days ago when you mentioned it, and so I watched the trailer real quick, and I was like, okay, this looks like it could be. Maybe the trailer's misleading, and it could be very dark. And so I wasn't sure going in, but laughing my ass off the entire way through. I was like, I cannot wait to own a copy of this one day, because I'll definitely pick it up if it ever gets physical release. Hopefully it does.
I think it will, but, especially if it gets Oscar buzz.
Yeah.
It's interesting you mentioned about the darkness, because the trailer kind of plays it like this weird like love story kind of thing, and you know, your mind kind of goes there, like, oh, there's going to be some kind of weird, dark, you know, love story angle where some tragic thing happens.
Yeah.
We're not going to go into details in the plot, really, but the movie really devolves into a very human story.
Yeah.
It is a love story, but it's just really engrossing and compelling, and I think it really comes down to these characters that you kind of fall in love with. You really end up caring for them, and you just go along for whatever the hell the crazy ride is. It is divided into 2 movies. It's kind of a 2-movie situation. The first half, very fun, falling in love kind of sequence, where he meets this prostitute and or exotic dancer, whatever, sex worker, whatever they call themselves now, and he falls in love with her, and he's like, okay, marry me. And then the second half is because his family's like the rich Russian mob. I mean, I don't think that was really explained, but it's them trying to get the marriage annulled. At least the family's trying to get it annulled, and she's like, no, but I love him and all that stuff. Yeah, it's a madcap movie, but it never slows down. I think in the middle it gets a little long in the tooth. What do you think about the length?
No, I definitely think it could have been shortened up, and I think things too, like with what the guy's parents, what the Russian family, what they did, how they made their money. It would have been interesting to find out, but we didn't need to know. It was kind of inconsequential to the plot, and so I think they could have added that, but the runtime was already probably
it's like 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Because there was a lot, especially like the second act where they're kind of trying to find this guy. They don't know where he is. Things are going on, and there was a lot of that. And it's kind of like we got the point. We understand. Especially the diner scene, we could have trimmed that down. So there was a lot of that, but like to the characters, I think even the characters that we probably shouldn't have rooted for, or we didn't think we would root for, we ended up rooting for. So it was. I just think they did so good. All the arcs, each character had a great storyline and some very funny moments, and they nailed it. They really, man, her. What's her name? Mikey
Madison.
Oh, when the scene where she's screaming, where she's like, "I'm going to scream," if you, and she's screaming, just screaming bloody murder, and it's like, wow, she is good. Like I bought it, and so, but the runtime definitely was. It could have been a little bit shorter, but I thought, aside from that, the first third act, the pacing was great. But it ends on a very weird note, and we're not even going to spoilers at all on this. You've got to see this for yourselves. I highly recommend. Even
it's worth it.
If you're just a diehard horror fan, like the Phat Samurai guys of the world, I think would still enjoy the shit out of this.
Absolutely, especially if you like the Scream franchise, you get to see a Scream killer do something that could probably net her an Oscar, at least a nomination. If she's incredible in this. Yeah, the performances were all amazing, and. I just think the Russian dad. Oh man, so hysterical. Everybody was like, everybody could have been the star of their own movie, and I think that's a good testament to really good characters and a really good script. Yeah, no, it was fun, and it definitely is. Should be in the conversation for winning awards. There's no question about that. So, but thanks for mentioning it and asking me, to come out and hang out and check it out. Yeah, I obviously had a blast, and. I got 2 other videos out of this today, so went to a few places. So there's other stuff coming. So a lot of fun there coming up on the channel. But I know you got movie stuff going on. I do. So I don't know what all we could talk about. So I'm not going to say anything. But anything? Well, you do have something coming up on the 1st, right? November? Yes, over on Mastercast Official, we're going to be doing, covering the Vinegar Syndrome announcements, the Black Friday reveals, and all the new partner titles that are being announced. And then November will be Black Friday month. As much as it can, I'm making a movie in November, so that's going to cut into my time a little bit. But we'll be doing some more Ultra-Terrestrials as well. Yes. That on stuff. Halloween, the link's down below. I posted about it, shared it. You've already got the link up so they can find it. So it was a blast. Yes, recording that was so much fun. So hopefully everybody checks that out and enjoys it. For Halloween. And we'll have something up our sleeve for November at some point with that. Yes. But so with regards to Heretics, Yes.
Can we talk about possible release dates yet?
December 6th, it'll be out, VOD, and hopefully, definitely in theaters. I don't know where, but it's going to be like theaters across the U.S. So you'll be able to see what we worked on last month. No, this month.
I know. Crazy.
This month. That's right, this
Less
month.
than a month ago.
Jesus,
and it's already going to be out in December.
So
That's
December,
amazing.
yeah, December 6th, it'll be out.
Amazing.
And you'll hear more of that, you know, in the coming weeks and stuff like that.
Yeah, we'll definitely be letting everybody know when that stuff's coming.
Yeah,
so,
but Anora, thumbs up, 5 stars.
100%. Yeah,
total.
Yeah, I give it 5 stars too. It was amazing.
Really good.
So much fun. But anyways, thanks, man, for hanging out and tonight. It's been a blast.
You too. Thank you guys for hanging out.
Yeah, we'll see you guys later.